Owen County High School, this is your weekly announcements for October 26th through the 30th. Coming to you a day late and a dollar short, but needless to say, things are moving and we're busy, and that's a good thing. So, without further ado, let's get to your weekly announcements. Last week was the end of the first 9 weeks. Students, remember, we have ESS available after school on Thursdays, but you've got to sign up ahead of time. Ms. Dorton has created a Google form for you to fill out so that we know who's coming here, and that is available whether you are traditional or remote student. Also, remote learners. Remember, the district published a set of success criteria. And we went through, your homeroom teachers went through this past week and looked at your attendance, looked at your grades, and looked at your communication and how well you were doing or how poorly you were doing. If you register on that again this week, we're going to do that every single week. If you show up on my list that you're not doing good in your grades, you're not checking in, taking your attendance, and you're not communicating with your students, I will be contacting you. We will have a meeting because maybe remote is not the best option for you. So if you're not doing so hot, now would be the time to reach out to us for help. We can set up time for you to come. Like I said previously, you can come for ESS and get some help so that we get your grades up because that is important. Return to school, this is just the reminders of the procedures. I'm not going to go into detail on those because we're in week 3 now. Granted, we have had some students come back that were originally remote. So we welcome them, and there are the some of the highlights of what we do here. But if you have any questions, please contact the school. We're doing a lot better on the mesh or clear backpacks. Keep that up. Make sure that we're charging our Chromebooks for the next day of school. Big one here. While this slide looks the same, I did change to include check your emails, please. A ton of emails have come out of the guidance office just over the past week and a half. So much so that they have even created a bulletin that they're going to share. I'm going to ask that the homeroom teachers share with you. We're going to try to get some information out that way. But do us all a favor and just make it a daily routine for you to check your emails. I have heard it from freshmen. I've heard it from seniors. Oh, I didn't check my email. I didn't check my email. Guys, you've got to get into that habit. It is a great habit to have. I do it, obviously, have to do a lot of things through email. Make sure you're checking your Google Classrooms, you're turning stuff in. Even if you are a traditional learner, you still have stuff to do on Mondays and Fridays. So make sure that you are doing that, reading your directions, watching videos like this one. Take your attendance. For you remote learners, nothing has changed. Continue to take your attendance. I do have some that have registered on my list, on my naughty list or my bad list, that you're not taking your attendance. I will be giving you a call to try to make sure that you're doing that. It just really helps us out. If you need help setting up the app or getting your passwords or whatever, we can help you with that. For in-person students, do not forget on Mondays and Fridays, you still have to take your attendance. I've talked to a lot of parents over the past week that totally forgot. I understand. I understand because it is a new thing. We've never done this before. We're only in week 3 of this transition to where we have remote learners and traditional learners. So I understand. And we have been fixing it. But the more responsibility that we can give our students, the better. I think it is high time that they have that responsibility. So please make sure that you're taking your attendance. If you're a remote learner, it's every day. If you are a traditional learner, make sure Mondays, Fridays, you set your alarm and you check in for your attendance. Veterans Day planning is well in the works. Miss Webster is working with a group of students They are planning. They are taking all that responsibility, but Miss Webster is kind of guiding them and making sure that we honor our veterans. So that is coming up. But if you'd like to be a part of the planning process, make sure you get in contact with Miss Webster. Governor Scholars, this is one of those email announcements that's going out from the guidance office. Governor Scholars applications are live. You can go to the website and start your live application, and that's going to be due on December 2nd. Power packs each Thursday afternoon. Both the middle school and the high school youth service centers are going to be providing weekend food bags. You just have to stop by before you leave the building. Parking permits. Ms. Parker asked today for those. I imagine that we've got some people that are scrounging around and trying to turn those in and forgot them at home. Make sure that you turn your parking passes in or the paperwork in. Those are free, and Ms. Parker is going to work to get those back to you. Class ring, class jacket, the senior class information, all that stuff again went out through email. This is just your reminder. Number one, check your emails. Number two, if you didn't, all that information is in your email. This entire process will be online this year, so don't miss out. If you would like class ring or class jacket or the senior class information around graduation, make sure that you get in contact with us. Come pick up your packet here in the front office. But like I said, this is all in your email, so check your emails. Food box distribution. This comes out of the Youth Service Center. They wanted me to let you know this Thursday, 10:30 to 1 at the fairgrounds. They're going to have kind of an emergency food box distribution. First 400 families that can get out there. 10:30 to 1 this Thursday at the fairgrounds. ASVAB. The ASVAB is coming up November 17th. We had scheduled it previously, but we were all remote, so now we have rescheduled for November 17th. If you are interested in the military, you need to sign up for this. If you're unsure about what you want to do, career-wise, interest-wise, the ASVAB is a great test to give you some options, to give you some ideas. So even I don't want to say it's only for someone going into the military, because it's not. And anyone signs to make sure that you sign up before that deadline, before we take the test. And if you have any questions, you can obviously contact Ms. Power or Mr. Wayne Scott in the guidance office. That seems to be it. I tried to get through them a little bit quicker this week. Granted, I was a day late, but a lot of things going on. Mainly, I learned and wanting to make that we're going to be okay being successful, remote or traditional. So we're getting ideas around that. We're going to be contacting you, especially you remote learners, if you're not successful. Traditional learners, you're here 3 days a week, so there's no to hide. We're going to try to find you and get you some help. ESS is a great way to start. That's on free after school. But like I said, you need to sign up ahead of time, and that will be through Miss Dorton as a Google form to fill out. But always, the way that I always do, Rebels,